So I'm making this video today to refute Moromillas' claims of abuse, that he claims I sent him on a wall of text on a tirade, and we're going to jump straight into it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What's going on? You there? Hello? Where are you? Now, a lot of people would probably think there's no abuse in this. For one of them, I can't see no abuse in this. However, Moro sees this as abuse. Is there abuse when you ask somebody what's happening? Is there abuse saying, are you there? Asking where a person is and saying, hello, where are you? I don't know if that's classified abuse. Obviously it is to some people. But to me, I cannot see any abuse in this. So we're going to move into the next bit. Dude, WTF? Question mark. I just watched the last bit of your stream to see if everything was okay, and you were listening to me and GH asking if you were there. And then mime goodbye after uninstalling the game, leaving me and GH just sitting there waiting for you. And again, you won't say anything. What's going on, Moro? Question mark. Why do you keep doing this? Just going silent and leaving. Now, after searching through this, I'm trying to see where the abuse comes into it. Is it the fact that I've just said to him, dude, WTF? Meaning, what the fuck? I don't see any abuse there. I just watched the last bit of the stream to see if everything was okay. Let's just hash this bit. Just watch the last bit of the stream to see if everything was okay. Because whilst Gamerhood and I were sitting in the stream in a Skype call, and we're calling out for him and there was no answer, me showing concern, asking if everything was okay, are you there? And no answer. I thought there was a tech issue, some internet trouble or something like that. And it was only until the very end when I watched the video back, my eyes were opened. And that's when I said, mime goodbye after uninstalling the game and leaving. Whilst Gamerhood and I were still sitting in the game waiting for Moro to come back, which he never did. So I asked him, what's going on, Moro? Why do you keep doing this, going silent and leaving? Because the habit is with Moro, if something doesn't go right, he just goes silent, doesn't say anything to anybody, and just ignores them and leaves. So after looking at this little bit here, is there any abuse in this? I don't see any abuse in this paragraph here at all. I'm sorry, Moro. What you did was disrespectful to me and G by just logging out and uninstalling and not even saying catch you later on, guys, when you could have just said, okay, that's the stream tonight. Thanks G and Z for jumping on to play, etc. after you asked us to play tonight. I don't understand as to why you would just leave us all hanging. But what you did was unprofessional for any streamer. I thought we were mates. Why would you bag a mate like that? Now this bit here, basically the first 3 words, I'm sorry Moro, is basically me fed up and I've had enough. I'm sorry Moro. Basically I can't keep doing this. Trying to work out exactly what's going on and what's wrong with no input. What you did was disrespectful. Now, does Moro take that as abuse? I think he does. Does anybody else think that what I just said there, by calling him disrespectful for what he did to me and G, is that abuse? Because I don't think that's abusive there at all, one little bit. Is it abuse when I said you could have said thanks to me and G for attending that video? I don't see any abuse in that little bit there at all. I don't understand as to why you would just leave us hanging. No, that's going back to the disrespectful part. I mean, I wouldn't leave my friends at an event without saying anything. I would just give them the heads up and say, I'm going home, guys. I'm done. It's not me. I've tried it. I don't like it. I'm going home. You guys have fun. You carry on. But what you did was very unprofessional for any streamer. This goes back to a situation where I was trying to help Moro out setting up his gaming channel because I have a bit of experience on YouTube. I'm not famous. I'm nobody, but I have got a bit of experience under my belt after having almost 10,000 subscribers. Trying to give him some guidance, some steering in the right direction of how to start growing your channel, how to start bringing in the viewers to put out the content. And apparently I'm not professional enough. I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about, apparently. Apparently he knows how to be a streamer and a game content creator on YouTube by doing 6 to 7 hour streams when there's only 2 people watching. I'm trying to say Do shorter videos, smaller videos, 10, 15, 20 minutes if that. If you're streaming, do it for an hour because, no one's going to sit there for 6, 7 hours like a day's job just sitting there watching someone play a video game unless you're like Jacksepticeye, someone who would sit there and watch them for 12 hours. And even then, that's pushing it. But I'm trying to steer him in the right direction. And he said, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm very unprofessional. So I just said what you did by just ignoring us and logging out and uninstalling a game is very, very, very unprofessional for any streamer. I thought we were mates. Once again, why would you just ignore your friend after they're asking as if everything was okay? Why would you bag a mate like that? At this point, he says he was having a bad day and he was frustrated with the game and stuff like that. So why is that mine and Gamerhood's issue? Why is that our problem? Why couldn't you have just told us that in the middle of the stream, at the beginning of the stream, or at the end? Because, as I stated in one of my videos before, if he was told us that he was having a bad day, I know myself, I would have told him, don't worry about stream and just pass it today. Basically regain yourself and just do it tomorrow, whatever. But Moro wanted to keep a system going where you stream every single day, and maybe he didn't want to disappoint people from his streams. Maybe he was trying to be professional, I don't know. But if he'd only come out and said at the very start, or even the middle, when people went to take a break or something like that, or at the end saying, I'm done, I can't play it, I don't like the game. And there's games I don't like playing, but I've played, but just to let someone know, because we didn't know anything. Why would you bag a mate like that? You should have a relationship going there where you both understand each other and, a bit of common decency of just letting someone know that you weren't happy and shit like that. We would have just said, don't worry. Go watch the entire thing from the start. You're going to take back calling me disrespectful. What do you mean? Question mark. Question mark. What are you talking about? Hello? Once again, I said 3 paragraphs, and then he comes out and says, go and watch the entire thing from the start. Now, this is, to me, is riddles. Why am I going to watch it from the start? Exactly what part am I going to watch it from? What am I looking out for? What am I exactly keeping my eyes out for by watching a 4-hour stream again? You're going to call him back disrespectful. Well, I wouldn't recall saying disrespectful because what he did was disrespectful in anybody's eyes. So I repeat, what do you mean? Because I don't know. He's not giving me any in particulars. It's like, say, go and eat a roast dinner and then not giving him an answer saying, well, this is the reason why I want you to go and eat a roast dinner. He's not giving me any in particulars. And once again, what are you talking about? Question mark, hello? Like, there was still no answer. What am I supposed to do? Go and watch the entire video for enjoyment, for pleasure? What, I'm supposed to keep my eyes out for something? But in a nutshell, is any of this here disrespectful? I cannot see. Okay, I just went through the video. What exactly am I meant to be looking for? Once again, just refuting what I just said. What was I supposed to be looking for? I don't know. Is it how many goals Moro scored? How many goals I missed? The laughing with G. I don't know what we're supposed to be looking for. I can't see the point in the stream where you would make you just leave us just hanging there and logging out, ending the stream and not saying anything. Once again, in my defense, I didn't know Moro was having a bad day until he produced the video, this one, which I'm refuting. He said, I was having a bad day. Once again, in my defense, and Gamerhood's defense, in that matter, if he had only come out at the very start and says, look, I don't feel like doing a video today, we would have said, don't worry about doing it. Don't bother. Halfway through the stream, I can't deal with this, guys. I've had enough of this game. I'm calling it. I don't want to do it. Because at the time, Gamerhood and I weren't streaming it. We were just there for support for Moro because he asked us to play a game. Sorry, I can't see why you'd do that to us, bro. That's bad. Not letting us know with us just sitting there. I mean, I didn't want to play Rocket League that night. I did it for support for Moro as a friend. I mean, there's a million and other things I could have been doing. I could have been making a video for my channel, but no, I didn't. I can't speak on behalf of Gamerhood, but for me, I could have been doing a million and other things that night, but I did it for support for Moro because he was adamant that he wanted to do a stream every single day for his viewers, for content. And as an entertainer myself, I don't like to let my viewers down. So I can understand where he's coming from there. But he could have had the decency just to let us know at the very start that he was having a bad day. But anyway, refuting to what I'm saying here, is any of this here abusive? No, it's not. And Harrod and Gamerhood also went through, and they can't see why you would only, that you could tell that you were frustrated with the game. but still can't understand why you would bluntly ignore us both, asking, are you there? Then miming bye-bye. Now this bit right here clearly indicates that Angharad and Gamerhood went through. Not me. Angharad and Gamerhood went through, and they can't see why you would only, that you could tell that you were frustrated with the game. Because it was Angharad that said to me, he looks like he's getting pissed off here. So, any of this right here, anything abusive here, no. I cannot see any abuse whatsoever. Well, your silence clearly indicates that I'm not much of a friend to you for you not to answer me as to why you're just up and left. But friends don't just leave without saying anything and bluntly ignoring them for your frustrations. Sorry, dude, I'm done. That's fine. I don't need another person in my life abusing me. Now, this first little blurb here, well, your silence clearly indicates that I'm not much of a friend. Now, if a friend is asking you, hey, dude, you okay? Is everything all right? What's wrong, bro? Talk to me. You would talk to a friend. You wouldn't go just knock on someone's random's door and say, I'm having a bad day. They'll be like, what the fuck? Who's this person knock on the door? You talk to a friend. And then you talk it out and talk each other off the fence. That's all I was doing. I was asking, well, your silence indicates that I'm not much of a friend, because if he's not going to talk to me, he's not going to talk to anybody. And after 15, almost 20 years of friendship, like, that's you think you get over that sort of hurdle. But just to leave without saying anything and bluntly ignoring them for your frustrations, sorry, dude, I'm done, because I just had enough. Now, for years and years and years and years, when getting spoken to in riddles, and you're trying to sit there and you're trying to work out what could be upsetting somebody, or trying to work out what's pissing someone off, it does take its toll on the person. And it was constant with Moro. And then down the bottom it says, that's fine, I don't need another person in my life abusing me. Now, right up until this point, where is any of the abuse? Where is any of the abuse from this point and backwards to what I've just shown you, where is the abuse? I cannot see any abuse whatsoever. But he's calling me an abuser for writing all that stuff to him already. Who the fuck abused you? Because if you're saying it's in the video, we want the game cactus time. No, cactus time. He emphasized on cactus time. He goes, I don't know what the fuck that means. It was a typo spell error, autocorrect, which was meant to be the exact game time. In other words, a timestamp, exactly where it's meant to start, so I could figure it out and work it out. Game cactus time. It was a typo error, but he emphasized on that, so I'm just making it clear now. It was the exact game time. Fucking abuse you, WTF. Because there was no abuse intended. There was nothing there. It was just me being concerned, saying, well, why would you do that? But still had no answer. And still haven't had no answer, as you can clearly see in the conversation. Oh, I think I know the part you may be on about. Could it be the part when you asked me, what am I doing wrong? Because there's a few parts by saying, Z, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And I'm getting annoyed at this because, like soccer, or any game where you put a ball into the net, you can't do anything wrong. You just chase the ball and try to kick the ball into the net. And I replied, you're not doing anything wrong. Because you're in a car and you're chasing a ball. You just whack the ball to try and get it in the net at the end of the day. There's nothing you can do that's wrong in the game. And I'm trying to explain that to him. You're not doing anything wrong. Is there any abuse in this here? No. I'm asking the question, who fucking abused you? WTF? Who the fuck abused you? He's already thrown the abuse card at me, and I'm not being abusive at all. What you're going off, and then that's seriously fucked. Because your complete tone response after that was shocking. Not wanting to hear my answer by saying, come on. If someone asks you a question, and I have to stop this. If someone asks you a question, what are they doing wrong? And they're not doing anything wrong. And you say, well, you're not doing anything wrong. If they don't like the answer you've just given, they come out and say, oh, come on. What is one meant to say to that if the person's doing nothing wrong? Because what he was doing that night playing the game He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was chasing the ball just like anyone else was. Is it the fact that he wasn't scoring like everybody else? I don't know. The question was, what am I doing wrong? And I said, you are not doing anything wrong. And I'm in my right to say that because he wasn't doing anything wrong. But it wasn't an answer he wanted to hear. Now, is there any abuse in this little blurb here? No, there is not. After you question and you keep on asking, this bit here means he keeps on asking, what am I doing wrong? And I keep saying, and I keep replying, you're not doing anything wrong. But come on, tell me exactly where and what we did to you. Because obviously he's made it about me and Gamerhood at this point because he's just bluntly ignoring us. Also, if that was the part, why wait till the end to switch off? Now, I think Gamerhood and myself have refuted this bit before. Why wouldn't he have just logged off at the very start? Why didn't he log off in the middle? Why wait until the very end to end the stream if he was frustrated that bad? Gamerhood and myself through the majority of the stream, and then you just turn off when the other team has started scoring. If you look at the video, you can see when they start scoring, he started getting annoyed and pissed off. Now, mind you, I'm in the stream, meaning I'm playing the game with Moro. I'm not watching his stream or anything. I'm playing the game with him, so I have no clue from the other side of the world, his facial expressions, his tone, or anything like that. I didn't get any of that. So please, if you're man enough to accuse someone of abuse after what the fuck I've been through, you tell me to my face. Now, going back here, was there any abuse in that? No abuse whatsoever. You have done this to me many times. Remember the last time in GTA. Now, I'm not going to go into the story about GTA because it will take longer than the video already is. I remember like it was yesterday. I can't understand as to why you would try and throw away a friendship, as I am the only person that fights your corner. In this bit here, is there any abuse in this? Me telling him what the fuck I've been through with abuse? And if he's man enough to accuse someone of abuse, you would tell it to their face, meaning if it would be on a microphone, through a telephone call, or face to face. Because there was no abuse in it. And I think to all of you that are watching this video now would agree with me, there was no abuse in it. I can't understand as you why you'd throw away a friendship. Why would you go as far as putting out a video saying Zaris exposed, which is on about this whole message, calling me an abuser? Where once again, I've mentioned in videos before, where you could have just gone back on the Skype call or a Discord or a phone call and say, what was all this about? Why would you send me a message like this? But no, he went out and made a video on it, and this is the one we're refuting today. As I'm the only person you have left that fights your corner, because Moro has burnt his bridges with everybody. Everyone he comes in contact with ends up wiping their hands of it. And I was the only one that would help him with advice. I'd help him with information. And then it stemmed on to my partner trying to help him. My friends, which was Gamerhood and Kirkster, were all giving him advice to help him in his streams and his channel, to help him and guide him. And they all left because he burnt his bridges with them and he burnt his bridges with me. I was the only one that's left that had his back. But you don't need me anymore, right? Just like you don't need anyone. Because Moro is never wrong. He has to be right in everything he says or does. He's never wrong. After everything I did for you, you do me like this. Meaning, all the hours, all the time I've spent trying to help him, give him information. My partner is sat here for hours and hours and hours going through new property places for him to rent, for him to get out of from a place where he was living before to where he is now. Try to help him. Fuck me, and you're accusing me of abuse. He's calling me abuser. I think you might need to check yourself on that one, on how you treat others, than have always been there for you. So he's treating me like complete crap. One, by making a Zaris exposed video after all the help that I did for him. After Gamerhood and I both went on to the game for him to stream. After I help him sort out his channel. And if you have a look at all the gameplays that he did before this lead up, I was probably one of the only ones, and my partner was the only ones that were actually in his videos supporting him the majority of the time. And then you have, Gamerhood jump in as well. But is there any abuse in this video? No. You're going to apologize for that, or you know what? You don't have to, or don't have to bother, or something, because it's been cut off at the end. For what? What did I do? And stop with the riddles. Once again, what am I apologizing for? For speaking my mind? For saying that I've had enough? And then he turns around and says, you know what? I don't know if this says you don't have to bother or you don't have to. And then I turn around and say, for what? What did I do? And stop with the riddles. Because these are riddles. Gamerhood, myself, and Harrod all watched the video and don't know what you're talking about. You won't tell me where exactly or what I've supposed to have done. Now, why is that? Now, the reason why I have said that is because there is no abuse in this, and Moro knows there's no abuse in this message. Because I've mentioned in a lot of videos that have now been taken down off my channel, asking him, point me in the right direction and show me where in this message is the abuse. And there is none. He cannot pinpoint exactly where the abuse is. Well, I can't give apologies to something I have no clue on what happened. Maybe if you actually told me what it is, maybe you'll get one. If he pointed out in a specific area of this message by saying where the abuse is, I could reassess this and take it on board and think from Moro's perspective where the abuse would be. But there is none. I've looked at it from all angles. There is no abuse in this message. Maybe he's read it wrong. Maybe he's read it wrong and jumped on and thought, no, I'm going to make an exposed video on Zarius. I don't know. But so far, I cannot see any abuse in these messages. And please let us know in the comments section down below if you see any abuse in these messages and point out exactly where it is, because I would like to know. But so far, everyone who's seen these messages all say there is no abuse in it. Then Gamerhood and I will wait for an apology from you on just leaving us in a game waiting for you. That's fair enough. He just left us waiting, and he could have just said something like, I'll be there in a sec, or I'm turning in now for the night, guys. I'll see you later. And an apology as to why you didn't answer us calling you when you rudely ignored us. Because if you listen in the video on Moro's channel, you hear us asking, hello, are you there? Where's Moro gone? And it makes us look like two freaking idiots. When Moro's just sitting back ignoring us, just taking the piss. Also, why you're ignoring us. Why are you ignoring Gamerhood? What did he do? Now, in the video of Moro's, he said, why am I bringing Gamerhood into this? Gamerhood asked me. Oh, here it is, here. He asked me what he did for you to ignore him. Gamerhood messaged him on a text, and he got no reply. Gamerhood asked me, what did he do wrong? Because he hardly ever said anything. It was me that sent this text. So why did he get ignored? And why did Moro end up going into Gamerhood streams at a later date under sock accounts? But that's a different video. I just want to know where the abuse is. And that's all the message I sent. From all the messages I've shown you, I cannot see any part where it's an abuse. And if Moro is watching this video, I encourage you to write down in bullet form where and what is abusive in this message, and what made you possessed to go and do an exposed video on Zarius on this message. I must be seriously fucked in the head if I can't see the abuse in these messages. Also, he says, what part of this can you not see that's abusive? Well, I'm calling out Moro here. I am asking Moromillas, where exactly is this abuse? Now, at the very start of this video, I put up the meaning of abuse. I'm going to put it up again just to refresh everyone's memory. what abuse is, and then take that in consideration on all this message that I sent Moro after that night's stream, where he says I sent him a tirade, a wall of text of over 9,000. This is the text that I sent Moro, and I'm just wondering where the abuse is.